Season 4 is one of the standout seasons of Fortnite, and this season launched on May 1st, 2018 and ended on July 11th, lasting just over 2 months. For a lot of people, including myself, those 2 months were some of the best times, and Season 4 was definitely one of the best seasons the game has ever seen. But what made it so iconic? Well, that's what we're going over today. So let's start with the Battle Pass. Every great season has a great Battle Pass, and this definitely delivered. We had several amazing skins, including Omega and Carbide, as this season was a superhero theme, obviously not a crossover with Marvel or anything like that. And the skins were great. The Omega, still to this day, is one of my all-time favourite skins. As we all know, you were able to unlock the neon lights through reaching level 80 that season, and that was a real grind to unlock. XP wasn't as easy to gain, creative didn't even exist, so you really had to grind the game that season to get those neon styles. Although one thing I do remember that was in the game back then is Battle Stars. This is where you could view the new loading screens, and then you could find the hidden location for them and redeem them for XP. Only OGs remember these feel so nostalgic. Moving on from the Battle Pass, the map was great. We received the new POI Dusty Divot, which was obviously Dusty Depot after being hit by a meteor. This was a great location, and it had hop rocks all around the crater, where you could absorb these for special hop effects, and these also feel so nostalgic. These were great additions to that POI. But one of the best things from this season was the Infinity Gauntlet LTM. Still, the best ever LTM to this day in my opinion. This was where you could become Thanos through obtaining the gauntlet in this game mode, and there was only one per game, and you could have the powers of Thanos and it didn't even feel that overpowered. But obviously if you were Thanos, then you were a lot more powerful, and you did have those advantages through the different beams, and you could jump into the sky and crash down. One of the most fun game modes of all time. It was a great one. And if you were playing back in Season 4, you'll remember something called Friday Fortnite. This was an event where loads of different streamers and YouTubers played in, and it was really unique. There would be 4 people in the lobby. They'd load into a squads game, but they were split into 2 teams of 2, so basically 2 duos against each other, although they are in a squads game. And it was a great format. So for example, I remember one being Nick A30, Pro Hennis, Tfue and Cloakzy. The teams were Tfue and Cloakzy against Nick and Hennis, and whichever duo had the most combined kills between them would win the round. Coming home from school on a Friday to play this season and watch the tournament was great vibes. But let's not forget about the rocket launch, the first ever live event, which took place towards the end of the season. This was crazy at the time. It was something that was so different and unique. No other game had done anything like this before, and it was an amazing event as well, especially because it was the first ever live event. There was so much hype around this, and it was definitely a great moment from that season. Everything does feel so iconic from this season, from the lobby background to the loading screens. Truly some of the best loading screens to this day. They do bring back a lot of memories. The loot pool was also great this season. We just had the regular ARs, pumps, tacs, SMGs, snipers, no anime mythic weapons or anything like that. There was also a great version of the map, Dusty Divot, Tilted, Risky Reels, Greasy Grove, Retail, Pleasant, Salty, so many iconic locations. But there is one thing we have to mention from this season. You may remember a channel called Fortnite Funny. They used to post compilations and funny moments videos, and they were a very big channel this season, and their intro is so nostalgic to watch now. The music that was popular back then is great to look back on, and this kind of feels like the national anthem for this season. Obviously can't play it for copyright reasons, but if you search Fortnite Funny Season 4 intro, you'll know what I mean. It feels so nostalgic, especially if you were playing back then. And also a quick shout out to the shopping carts as well. These were added during this season, the first ever form of vehicle in the game. And the memes around these were amazing. So many memories and funny moments based on this vehicle, and I think we all remember that Ali A clip. And of course, we have to talk about some of the popular streamers during this season. People like Ninja, Tfue, Nick830, Myth, Mind of Rez, and many more were popping off this season, pulling millions of video views and thousands of livestream views. Tfue had an iconic gameplay from this season, where he hit that famous 250 meter no-scope across the map, as well as some other crazy moments. Probably the greatest solo game I've ever watched, an iconic video that came from this season. He was so good that people were accusing him of having aimbot. That was a crazy time. When you say the words Prime Fortnite, this season comes to mind. Season 4, a great map, great LTMs, amazing event, legendary battle pass, streamers in their primes, and of course the fantastic gameplay this season made the game so fun to play. I've said it before, I think this is my favourite season of all time. You could call it nostalgia, but the amount of memories created and fun experienced during this season was something else. Do you have any Season 4 memories? Let me know in the comments below. And for now, there's a load more videos on screen here. Make sure to click another one to keep on watching, and I'll see you over there.